getting ready for one of them. One of them sessions. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. And that angle is not it. This is one of those times where the conversation is very relevant. I am a one man band. Let me make sure we're live on this side. Salute, salute, salute. Again, so I salute, salute. We on Instagram and YouTube right now. I have a unique, just okay, very interesting. So let's give this a shot. This is just a test. Alright, hold on. So this is relevant because I'm a one-man band, one-man production team. And the challenge that I've put on myself are things like this, where I've already sat down. I technically, like, could use an assistant or somebody just be like, yo, could you just, like, turn that camera right there? Is there anything, ooh, solutions from right here. I was about to say, is there anything that is tall enough to reach where I could just boom? Solution. Bam! Can I even do it from sitting down? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We are talking about 2026, baby. That right there was just happened. So that means y'all can see my junk down there. I'm getting the studio together. Rearranging some things, so it's a very tight space in here today. But next week I will be in production. Everything leading up to really Sunday, Monday has been rehearsal. Okay? This is also a good angle because I can access the light from here. And if you didn't know, green is for drum tox. Drum tox is the instrument for me that recharges. Here we go. Heart chop. So, on that angle, the light on me looks good. It had blowed out on that one. However, the light off to the side provides a cool little median. I'm about to get into a jam session because I am doing sort of like an experiment slash rehearsal slash almost tutorial, but the tutorial aspect of it I will go more in depth next week. At this point, I want y'all to tune in. I want y'all to know that a show is coming. I want you to be there, tuned in live. Participating would be even better. And what do I mean by participation? It's a workout jam. Where did my drumstick go? I have so many drumsticks. And specifically right now, these were the backup drumsticks that I had right here. And I just dropped them. And they're clear, so it's even harder to find it right now. I did all that to not have to get up. Solutions. So once I find it, I'm going to show you another solution, because that is what this is also about. But first, let me find this damn shit. Like, where the hell could you have fallen? Things like this happen all the time. We'd be like, but wait, there's only but so many places where you could be. The hell are you? You know what I'm gonna do? But that defeats the purpose. The goddamn devil is a liar. Because I have drumsticks right here in this bag, but the point was to show you the light. I did not want to have to get up and climb through there again. Well, I'm not. I am not. You're going to see the effect with one stick. It's rehearsal, and you'll see the rest next week. That's what I'm on. The devil is a liar. So I'm also happy about going live, because when it's over, and it's on. Post-production is not even a thing, and that's exactly the point. I spent so many hours of my life in post-production. It has been so traumatic for me. I'm good at it, but it, does something to me. So I have like, let me get this other drumstick out this bag. And I have several. So this is what I'm on in 2016. I'm just ready. I have mounts and stuff ready. I have little products and gadgets in my Amazon storefront. Now, first off, I just use for myself. And then I thought about it. There was a particular season growing up when, I got like 2 stories to tell. I got a million stories to tell. But right now, Solutions drumstick holder. I made one the other day out of frustration, just like this. And it was after I had a drumstick holder, but I returned it. I had 2. And this is so neat. It reminds me of when your parents, hey, can I go get ice cream when you're younger? They're like, we got ice cream at the house. We got a drumstick holder at the studio, and I just made it. And I made it out of my Mashi bandana. Y'all know who Mashi is. Let's get into Mashi. But here's my drumstick holder. I never have to look for drumsticks again. So problem, solution. It's a dance with the universe. You know, good, bad, evil, positive, negative. So, these are light up drumsticks. They light up. I would normally have 2. If you've been tuning in, you already know why. You're going to see one regular drumstick and one light up drumstick.
The Bluetooth is connected successfully.
Mm, okay. Well, let's try this. Um, that is a problem. That is a problem. Solution. What's the solution? Here we go. I have from my live phones. They're connected to a Bluetooth device that, like, we're already live, so I can't. Um, man, just give me a second. Where is the other? I do not. Ah! Let's get into it. We can talk about it. Clutter. Hoarding. What is, I want to have a conversation about hoarding, but like a full, well rounded conversation about hoarding, meaning the positives and negatives. Of course, we only know the negatives, but we're going to talk about it. It's a podcast, workout jam. All right. So, this is a solution. You're getting ready for next week. All right. Oh, really? So, I did the stepper. Американская фирма Transceptor Technology приступила к производству компьютеров с персональным спутником. All right, cool. So those were my needs. I have at this moment, I have playback ready as necessary, and I need it right here, arm's reach. So next, I'm gonna put a clamp right here. For right now, it's gonna be in my drumstick holder. Will it hold it? Mm, yes, for right now, that'll work. For right now, we're gonna find a better place for it.
The Bluetooth is ready to pair.
So, here we go. The
The
idea,
Bluetooth is connected successfully.
the idea is, okay. These are acoustic sounds. Acoustic. This is a good moment with this phone because, boom, we have the two lives running. Those need power. First off, they should have been charged longer, so I'm getting on myself. But with the time and power that we have, ooh, this is already in place. Go self. Go self. That's what this is about. I should be using my drumstick holder so that they don't fall out. But for this moment, let me not mess with it. So we're gonna start being more positive. I be so just like trying to like for stuff to just not be a problem. But let's speak more about for and what is and is supposed to be and what will be and manifest. You feel me? Let's get even better with our speech and laws of attraction. All right. So that is plugged up, and it is not charging. Mm. Ah. Boom. Solution. Solution. Having to be the assistant to yourself and talk to yourself and navigate for yourself. So this one is now charging. That one has a little more juice in it. All right, so it's a workout jam as well. I know I'm touching on different points, but I drum at this point for my health and spirit and physically and soul. It is a full, I reached the other day. In the gym world, they call it train to failure. And it's basically reaching your limit, pushing yourself. And I reached that with the drum set the other day. I just started, and before I knew it, my watch said 2 hours. And before, what made me look at it was exhaustion. I was completely tapped out. And I remember that it is a phenomenal cardio. It is a phenomenal cardio. So I said I was going to look up acoustic. Acoustic relates to sound or hearing, describes instruments like an acoustic guitar, buildings designed for sound, or physics of sound itself, often meaning without electronic enhancement
The Bluetooth is ready
versus
to pair. The Bluetooth
okay.
is connected successfully.
Often meaning without electronic enhancement or focusing on natural sound properties in a space. It comes from the Greek word of hearing, encompassing everything from sound waves to the science of how sound behaves in rooms. Acoustics. So how sound behaves in rooms. Okay? So it says sound slash hearing, pertaining to the sense of hearing or sound waves. Example, an acoustic device, acoustic energy. That's very interesting, acoustic energy. Musical instruments, not electrically amplified. Ooh, woo! Y'all don't even know. So there's something to that. Where you at? All right, so this is Instagram, and then that is YouTube. It says acoustic piano, acoustic drums. This is a good moment. Acoustic piano, right here. So this booth, what am I gonna call this booth right here? Okay. So this is an electric piano. An acoustic piano would sound like that, except for it would achieve this sound not from a digital recording of the that happened, the actual acoustics and vibration that happened. And as you know, sound is created through vibration. So the vibration is coming from actual strings inside the piano, the grand piano, and this thing is, hitting it, plucking it to make that vibration. So, that's relevant. What I have right here, ultimately. Oh, this is in the pocket. This is the pocket. I know I asked the question, but I have to respond to myself. That's what a conversation with myself looked like. Put it out there, send it up to God. God will send it right back. If you didn't know, God actually responds pretty fast, and that is about the speed that God responds. So when we ask something from Him and we have a conversation with Him, you're in a conversation. I don't think, sometimes it does feel like he leave you hanging, and it'd be like a long time before you feel like you got a response, but you may have just missed the message the first time, and he just waiting on you to catch up. Acoustic.
The Bluetooth is ready.
This is,
The Bluetooth is connected successfully.
and as you hear it, the Bluetooth is connected successfully. This is a roll-up drum kit. Can y'all see it? It's by a brand called URLive. They have several different versions of it. And I have been needing a silent rehearsal for my newfound therapy instrument, drums, drum set started about 3 years ago at this point. I believe it was around 2023 where I got this very set. Long story short, I ended up having to sell this set after a life season, and once that life season was over, I called back the person who bought this from me and asked them if they would be willing to sell it to me back. It was something very sentimental about it. It was personal. I discovered that this isn't even necessarily the best brand. It is an introductory level brand, but it was still special to me for different reasons. Long story short, I was living in an apartment, so you can't just like rehearse and play an acoustic drum set in an apartment. And it's a long story, but it wasn't just the drums that were a problem. I have over there, when I do the show, next week, again, this is rehearsal, I still have the note of a noise complaint that I got from a neighbor. And I just remember all I was doing was like either push-ups or pull-ups. And that's all I was doing, pull-ups. But the floor was so thin that was creating a creaking sound. So I wasn't even playing drums in the thing. If anything, I had a piano and had headphones on. So I was trying to be as respectful, and I was just so traumatized by that experience because there was nothing that I could do to escape the sound complaints. It was just a problem. I was a problem. So solutions. I found this where you can just put on, first off, it rolls up and fits into the pocket. It fits into a pocket. It's a podcast right now. And you know what? I'm happy we're doing this moment. I said it's rehearsal. I called it, so it is what it is. I would love to be playing music right now, but this is about behind the scenes. This is about production. So, I bought an empty pocket, an empty bag, just for emphasis, for you to see. Here we go. And just for the record, I know I already touched it, but when I come to the drum now, it's like going to the gym. Right now, it's an all-in-one. So, what's even tighter is what just happened. Came out of here. So when I bought this thing supposedly stuffs, not even supposedly, it fits into this little pouch that could be like attached to a keychain. It's so small. So out of this pouch is this little pocket. I love it. It's coming together. Boom. This little pocket contains a backpack, but we're going to refer to it as the pocket. As you know, a drum pocket is a pattern, a drum pattern. Where is my phone? For playback, that's why I need it mounted there. I didn't go anywhere. So we're going to talk about that. I be feeling like a ghost. You taking my stuff. We're going to talk about it. But back to this pocket. This roll-up silicone drum this was a science fair experiment, and I said, give me just what can fit in the pocket. Boom. I just fit a drum kit in a bag. What else would I need for a silent rehearsal? I would need... What I love about this is my actual, like, professional bag. Like, my, like, work bag. So this is the real pocket, but there's different size pockets, and there's different, like, styles for different occasions. So, like, this might be more athletic if I go to the gym, and this might be too dressy for the gym. So things like that. And that is also, I can't take this to the gym, even though I want to for different reasons, but we're gonna get into it. Out of my main pocket right now, I'm gonna pull out some headphones. So, boom, in the pocket, out of the pocket. I'm gonna I bought a mount for this. For this very reason, I'm excited for the experiment. Because, first off, I eliminated a problem, which was size. One of the first things that I experienced getting a drum set was the transportation of it. Picking it up, finding a place in my home to, like, set it up. Either to play, which I couldn't in the apartment, so I had it stacked. And I got a wagon for it, and I would take it to the studio space or to the park or to the beach. And, it became a project. So boom, the pocket. Let me turn it on. So, as you heard, it said the Bluetooth is ready to pair. But this particular Bluetooth is connected to one of the live phones, so I can't do anything about that right now. What I can do is connect my headphones to the drum pad. Okay. So, now I can hear acoustic, and there are drum, bass and hi-hat pedals for this as well. Do I want to pull those out right now? No, I don't. So if I were to, let's say, to do that same thing right now would be, well, I'm just going to step on the floor right now. To do. I can hear it. So that was earphones. We're going to talk about something else, and that would be decibel meter reading. So there is an element to the silent rehearsal where in an extremely delicate sound scenario, like I said, with the apartment, and let's just say, like, right now the time is 3:34 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then, even if you don't hear the amplification, the acoustic occurrence happening of the hitting is still happening, so you hear padding. And if you're talking about drumming, even if it's not acoustic, you're still stepping on the floor, so there's vibration still technically happening. So even though it don't sound like, it might sound like. I'm gonna turn this off just so I can hear the tapping. Well, tapping against my actual drum set. Would that sound bother you, coming from a neighbor? But it's way louder than this. I mean, it's not this. This isn't the sound that we put out. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the acoustic bass. And instead of hitting the acoustic snare, I'm going to hit the digital snare. Digital, acoustic. Digital, acoustic for the hi-hat. Acoustic, digital, 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 acoustic, cymbals, digital, acoustic. We can also say amplified, acoustic, amplified, acoustic. Ooh, this feels good. Ooh, this is also good. This is also good. Where's the pocket? Where's the pocket? Where is the pocket? Now, this one is a little bit more. There's two, actually. Oh, here's my other. This is the actual drumstick holder that I would not have had to make. So, what did they call it? Non-amplified? Or this would be amplified sound. This is electrically amplified. This is a digital horn. They call them electronic wind instruments. I like to just say digital horn. And I want to keep it in my drumstick holder because clearly it looks like a stick, a drumstick. But so this right here would be an acoustic saxophone. This particular one is a soprano. This is a tenor. That is my original instrument from childhood, 5th grade. All right. In the pocket. So that was another reason. I got soprano for several reasons. But one of them was the size. Crazy what I just tried to do, which was try to drum, play a horn, and keys at the same time. But it's a one-man band, Mashi, baby, you know me. So, what I had, these right here,
The Bluetooth is connected successfully.
you no longer can hear this. So if you need to rehearse late night, that would be that option. And it does, let's do our test, let's do our pocket test. Of course, it does fit in the pocket. Next up would be, so in the pocket right now currently, for emphasis, we have headphones, a horn. I love it. It's music to my ears, literally. A drum. Right now, I have a full, like, 5-piece drum set. All of this, electronically, in a bag. Electronic amplification, or silent amplification, but line in directly to headphones. So the next surprise for the pocket would be, it's also a good idea. These are little gadgets, like I said, that are in my Amazon storefront that are just going to be supportive to you on your journey, especially when you are solo producing like this. But this is a battery that will recharge the drum kit if necessary, as needed. I do have a Bluetooth speaker, but that drum has a speaker on it. And this is a different story. So we're going to get around to that, but let me put this back. What I have, drum roll, is just like the roll-up drum, a roll-up silicone piano. This, okay. The only thing about this is it needs to be on a hard surface. So I'm gonna move the pocket. What I have right here are like, I what do they call it? Not embellished. I freestyled. I just improvised. So I for emphasis right now, I'm gonna just do this. Okay. So if I needed to do a silent rehearsal, not just for like an apartment reason, but let's just say, for example, at the drum circle, it's live, it's outside, so especially like this, if I'm trying to learn a song, I need time to learn it where I'm not messing anything up until I find it. And that's basically where I am right now in the journey. I can now find melodies, pockets, drum beats, bass lines, horn parts, section parts. I can isolate them now, which is further than I was in my journey in prior seasons. Anyway, I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to make sure I'm making progress with this as well. I turned it on. It does come with an AC adapter. It is in my Amazon storefront, but this is running on AA batteries. Be straight up with you. We're going to talk about the pros and cons next week of all of these instruments and where you can find them and the names and all of that stuff. But anyway, it is AA battery powered right now. It does come with speakers. The speakers are trash. So what I was doing right now was the same way I connected up to the horn. I'm going to get that aux cord. If I didn't say that earlier, it all connects with the auxiliary cord. So, piano. All of this takes time. All of this is setup. So that goes into the conversation. I have overwhelmed myself with so much setup to not, have to depend on anybody. So here's the cool part. I actually plug up the piano straight into the, it has a little MP3 aux in part. So you already know how that sounds. I'm gonna sit this right now just on my tom, large tom. And then, so play flat. And right now, because it's not, it is super sensitive and it's pressing a whole bunch of buttons because this thing is like all twisted and hanging down there. But I wanted to give you no fair. Okay, I might have a solution that is not too far. Here is another. Ooh, this is a good time. This is a good time. This is a good time. Yes. God is good. God is good. God is good. Okay. That's why I do this. That is why I do this. You know, you just have to allow the problem to happen sometimes and allow the solution to just flow. This is Velcro, a Velcro strip that has adhesive on it. I need an assistant. We got that at the house. All right. I have in front of me this Velcro strip with adhesive. I have a second pad. So I'm like, if woo. All right. Boom. I'm wondering, will this do the trick? Something like this. I'm just improvising right now, but essentially that's the idea. So I had already said the keys one is a little bit more complex because essentially you need to roll it out and just put it on the table and have no drama. I have that right there. I have like a little panel, but that's wood, it's heavy, and don't fit in the pocket. So there are a lot of, it also has a drum kit on it. It has its own sounds. So essentially, if I need to play bass, I can on the go. And right now, you're hearing amplified, but if I take this out of the amplification, we're gonna go line in the headphones. Headphones are already connected. Boom. All right. Now I'm playing, and it's silent. And so just like the drums, when I hit it, it still had that acoustic hit vibration, even if it's silent and in your ears. The piano allows you to The pressure is hitting that, so that's why that's making that noise. Anyway, pocket check. We're gonna roll these bad boys up in the pocket. So in this bag, I have a whole piano. I have a whole drum set. Which also comes with pedals. And then I'm gonna take my soprano off my neck because we already got a digital one in the pocket. I have headphones in there. So I have a full band right there. Now, where's my bass? My bass is right here, but you can't fit a bass in that pocket. And, I mean, it's lightweight, but it's still elongated. So, depending on the scenario, it may not be convenient to bring a bass or even to bring a piano. Definitely not to bring no drum set. Saxophone, the soprano can get in some, some tight places. The tenor, you're on your own. Okay. Now where my phone went, I'm not about to sweat it, but One moment, please. There is something that I did want to hear. So I'm going to just glance for the phone to see if it fell down there. But I'm not about to look. Oh, here it is. I put it right here, arm's reach. It is 3:57. Rise and shine. All right. This song, certain songs just like send me on one. And so this one does what needs to be done. And I want to go a step further and try it silent, straight from the phone to my ear so that I don't spoil the surprise. Because it's mostly about the impact that the song has on me as opposed to me trying to play that song. So, it is... Boom. Oh yeah. So, I did not calculate my calories. Hey! Ah! It's happening. This is good. All right. You can just. So my question was, and I'll close out here. First off, can we give it up for the pocket? I mean, like, real quick, before I do this, let me just zip it up and really wear it. And just know that, like, especially if I hook it up with a recorder, which we will do on a field trip next week. Sure, Ink Solutions. So, that's the pocket. This booth is also the pocket, in the pocket. And for my last experiment, I want to compare the sound. So, what am I able to accomplish? Right now, I'm going to play out. Ooh, we should go back to that last song. What am I able to accomplish? So you show up to a gig or job or rehearsal and you don't have a drum set. All you have is, I was doing. switch the kit. We're going to go through all the kits and hear the different sounds. Amplifier. Next kit. Next kit. All right, next kit. So those would be these. Acoustic, then headphone. So this time I played out loud what would have been in earphones so that y'all can hear the emphasis. And let me know what you think. This is the Pogo Lab roll-up silicone drum. And yes, it was sliding, but something that I personally attached was a Velcro strip on a different pad that is somewhere else. And so that secures it. So this is a keeper for me, for my actual drum set, for this silent rehearsal purpose. The fact that this aux is still in my ear to these headphones. Can y'all hear that? You can hear it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Boom. I am grateful. So I need a headphone. I just need to create a thing right here. So a drumstick holder, phone mount, probably even battery pack for that. Let me go ahead and put my... All right, before I go. Oh my. Because this is rehearsal for next week. These right here. Let me take this out the pocket. Can I just also say that these devices have really saved me at work. So I'm a music teacher now, and these are everything. Like when it's time, it's just so many things. Not only the portability, but we'll get into it. So these are air drumsticks. I'm going to turn them on. If hitting this still creates, even if I turn it off, impact, vibration, and sounds that technically a neighbor, it's not as loud as a drum, but they can still hear some sort of hitting. This right here is a Bluetooth speaker that comes with the air drum kit that calibrates and connects with these. You press the button to make them calibrate. Red means calibration, blue means they should be set. come with their own bass pedals too. And these are the pedals. It's just a clip. The only thing is we'll get into it. But anyway, you press the button. The light comes on to let you know the same way, and that's how you calibrate. So this would be the bass drum. You clip it on your shoe or your sock or shoelace. And if you're barefoot, I'll put on this it's almost like a wristband or an arch support band. This one is hi-hat. So you put it on your sock, shoes, put it on your foot somewhere. So this time, I'm not gonna acoustic. Ooh, same time. So, with these, they come, I don't have it in front of me, but there is like a poster that has the layout of the drums. Let me see if I can get a pocket started. So, you just found the glitch. You have to calibrate these a lot. They are still fairly new in technology. But in terms of silent, if you need an absolute silent option, these are a vibe. I'm going to do a tutorial, though, to give you realistic expectations. And, I mean, it's right now, you're seeing the realistic expectation. It's like if you're really trying to get through a set or a rehearsal with other people, these may not be a good idea. If you're by yourself or in a place, really to use it as a therapy instrument, which is what I do, these are perfect and silent. This one, for whatever reason, let me see if I can do. I'm gonna turn them off. For emphasis, we're gonna do better next week, but that's the concept. So these also, I know I said I fit a whole drum kit. I know I said I fit a whole drum kit in the bag, but I have 2 drum kits. And sometimes if the battery goes out in one, I use the other. If you stuck with just the air drums for a show, you're in for a ride. Like what I just went through. But yeah, in the pocket. So, not only that, but I have different versions of in the pocket. This, of course, would be for the traveling musician who needs a silent rehearsal option. I also have another version of in the pocket, which is Jim in the pocket, and we'll talk about it. This is a ripstick. And then we're going to talk about the Marshy's musical gem. And so it is the infusion. It's a workout jam. And you're invited to the workout jam, and we jamming next week. Live, baby. In the pocket. Whoosh. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. In the pocket, baby. In the pocket. All right. What am I about to do right now? That was a great sound check. That was great, 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 great. That was everything. That was everything. Really, really good. And what I love, oh, here are the pedals. The pedals, the pedals. I'm gonna leave them in the pocket. I put a lot of work into this. And ultimately, I hope someone benefits from it, including myself. But I already have, like I said. There's been several times when these have come through for music lessons with students, and now I'm sharing them with you, the world. Part of my research, because sometimes I need to take a drum talks break like that to let off some steam, and it serves as my therapy instrument. Whoosh! All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. That was wonderful. Until next time. All right. Good job, good job, good job. Sound check. Whoosh. So we're taking those bad boys on a field trip next week. That is too funny. I was not trying to have to climb back through this earlier, just for that drumstick. I'm like, it's gonna be one exit up out of here tonight. Oosh. Once again, green is the color of the heart chakra. So to recharge and realign the heart chakra, for me, you could wear green and do things with green. And then I also feel like you can, I have instruments associated with each color. So heartbeat, drums. Play the drums. Salute. Tune in. Out. Thanks for your time.